right, who wants to hear about high-octane adventures and the latest and greatest on the motor scene? It's time to rev it up with John and Jess on Joy 1340.
Welcome back to Rev It Up with John and Jess, coming at you on Joy 1340 AM and 98.7 FM.
You're pretty revved up today. I like the hat, by the way.
Speaking of rev, dang right I'm revved up.
Why? What's going on?
A lot of things.
A lot of things?
A lot of things are up and coming. It's
Up and
exciting.
coming? Really? Okay, well, I was curious about it. I haven't seen that hat in a couple of years, and you must have snagged it from me a while back.
Okay, first off, it's been a couple months, and you gave it to me. You literally gave it to me. You can have
It's
that.
for all the men that...
I didn't steal it.
If you hang out with a girl and you're in the friend zone, and they, happen to, drop clothes at your house, and next thing you know, they're there.
This ain't your past, bro.
This ain't my past?
You're right.
It's your past. Clearly, you collect things where you go. Is there
They're
a shrine?
given to me.
Well,
I don't wear this hat, Jess. You can have it.
What was it, like a door prize?
It's not that great.
All right, well, we got a really special guest here today. Right? What did you say?
Ryan is here.
You should just have a little bowl of candy at the door when you leave.
Justin shaking his head.
Just like whatever. All right, so we are talking about are we talking about 300-foot street drags? That we're on?
Yes!
All right, God, are you allowed to say it? I thought usually I'm
Every day!
Every day?
Loud!
All right, so big announcement. We have some killer posters, by the way, by Dave.
I'll say.
By,
They're pretty rad.
So that was our hookup from Brandon Von Elrod, the old Von. So we actually brought Ryan Pari with us in today.
Hi, Ryan. Thanks for coming.
If everybody knows Ryan, he's one of our crew members. He kind of runs the garage over by us. A.k.a. detailer, a.k.a. welder, a.k.a. What else are you?
Spray paint the world.
Ryan spray paints the world. So we had, you saw the sweatshirts now, right?
Which ones?
The new sweatshirts for Ryan that the animated for him?
No.
Awesome.
So Ryan, every time we get a car, he's got to get paint on it right away for a barn find.
Okay.
He's got to either undercoat it or paint it or buff it out right away. And I'm like, dude, you're not even done yet. And before he's like, I just want to see what the paint looks like. It's a can of black spray paint, but he goes right away. So I put Ryan Pari, I spray paint the world. So,
okay.
So I had Deanna make him up a sweatshirt. And for those people who don't know, Deanna Russo is one of the first ones that she owns Sunny Creations, and she actually did the first logos for Motor Mania in our shirts. Mm-hmm. So we had her make this little sweatshirt for Ryan with this little tagger, this little cartoon tagger, and it says, I spray paint the world. And it says Ryan Pari, a.k.a. Radican Ryan, right? On the back of the sweatshirt. He has it. Did you bring it this weekend?
I didn't.
Oh, my gosh.
He's just dropping things everywhere.
So we have this saying at the shop. Jess knows it. Ryan knows it. So it's called, have you been gallowed?
Oh.
Really, pretty much so. And so Kyle's not here to defend himself, so we really don't care, though, do we?
No, not
okay,
at all.
So when you're meaning to be gallowed, Kyle he's got a heart of gold pretty much, but, he sometimes sucked the brains out of you when he talks because he's just...
Totally.
Mm-hmm.
So, Ryan, what'd you forget today?
What didn't I forget to?
No, what'd you forget that
What's most important that you don't have on you right now?
With you today?
My wallet.
There you go. So
That's
there we
huge.
go.
It's at the shop.
It's at the shop. That's great.
That's what he's telling himself.
Spot for it.
It's at the shop.
Anyways, this great, responsible guy who will spray paint your car, anything you want, he actually is one of the biggest crew members, helper with coordinating and doing the safety team with Scott Finko. And him and Kyle run, one's on the starting line, one's on the finish line, 300-foot street drags. So the best part about last year's event was I'm doing the light, and Ryan's up on top, Kyle's down below letting the cars back in the gate, because after we have so many, we have to let so many back in, right? Mm-hmm. So, Kyle, are you there? Are you there? And they're holding the little button on her chest right here. And finally, it was at a point where Ryan's just like, Kyle, are you there? What are you doing?
Basically screaming over the mic.
And everybody's watching. We're laughing so hard about this whole thing. He goes, I'm going to kill him. John, I'm going to kill him. So then we switch it around, and it was literally the other way around. Then Kyle's up on top. He's like, I got nothing. And I'm going like this, and we got cars lined up. So
Just
There's been days
clear.
I've literally said, I feel like Kyle, because I'll forget something or I'll do something kind of dumb. I've said that to my daughter. Who are you, Kyle?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Kyle's going to love this show. It's
He's
gonna be,
gonna hate
he
it.
has no idea. So and Kyle does some pretty special things. He's a special kind of guy.
We like Kyle.
But
we love Kyle.
He's got a heart of gold. I mean, he's really good. He really likes bonding with, with certain guys at the time. Not these days that way, but But if you are a girl and you hit him up on Facebook and you like his post and Kyle likes it back, just giving you a heads up, you will be his profile picture for at least a week.
I'm pretty sure people want to hear a little bit less about Kyle and more about the 300-foot street
All right,
gigs,
let's bring it out.
including myself.
All right, so in 2020, when Motor Mania started, we were having a lot of fun going back and forth to Greg Karn's great event at State Fair Park, the 300-foot street drags. Thought it was the coolest thing ever. Instead of going to a regular drag strip like Great Lakes Dragaway, and which I love and support, we support all those guys, great. But not everybody can afford to go down there and take a day off and spend $30 on a car to go down there. Ryan knows that all the time. So
And it's kind of a hike, depending on where you're at.
It is a hike. So they started doing 300-foot street drags with a lot of people. We've had Troy on the show. We've had Scotty Key on the show. Everybody runs a quarter mile or an eighth, either 1320 or 660. So they did it at 300 feet. So it's like a block-to-block race. So that which was cool. I loved that. That was great. So they did brackets. They did a bunch of other things like that. And then what they did is we kind of went down and did it, and we did our show in 2020. Then when the world kind of shut down in 2020, we actually went down and talked to Ian and Jamie over at State Fair Park, and we did our show, which was a lot of fun. And we did 300-foot street drags. But instead of doing a bracket, we actually just did open grudge all day long, which grudge racing, you just run up against whoever's over there.
Whoever lines up next to you, right?
Yep, whoever lines up next to you. So they had so much fun doing it. So both of you know that last year we brought it back to Washington County Fairgrounds, which we kind of had to get the graces of doing that. And it went over like great. It was really good.
Wildly popular.
So this year we are going to be doing 300-foot street drags at Washington County Fairgrounds. Again, for our show in June. But the biggest announcement that we're here to do now is that it's going to be starting every other Tuesday throughout the summer, starting May 2nd all the way through the end of September.
Yes.
Weather permitting. So, which is great because, Jess, you can let everybody know, but you've got food vendors. You got vendors everybody coming too, right? Or
We will have some, yep.
Okay, who do you got going for that?
Nobody at present.
Well, I think we got...
the cousin subs.
Yeah, we got Scott.
And possibly the Nosh Nook, but I don't have it in concrete.
Oh, okay. Well, we're going to be doing this, and I think John's Hobbies is going to get involved on Friday nights, or on Tuesday nights.
Tuesday nights, yep.
Tuesday nights, and then that means Ryan and all the boys will get there early on Tuesdays, right, and hang out with all the banners and all that stuff, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so Ryan's pretty excited about it right now. He's kind of half asleep. But
Now, what time-ish are you thinking this is all going to go down?
Well, we talk about this kind of every day, don't we? What time we're going to start?
Everyday lunch.
Everyday lunch. So I think we were, they started racing on Tuesday nights at 6, but I was thinking that we would have a show and shine first, as far as that goes. So we would I think we'll let all the cars and everybody in at probably about 3 o'clock.
Now, for those of us that don't know what a show and shine is, can you explain what a show and shine is?
It's basically a car show.
That's what I figured, but I just want to...
So on Tuesday nights, you have Monday through Friday, you and I talk about this all the time, that how many burger nights there are at local bars, burger stands. You know, you got Jumbos, you've got all these other guys, Cheryl's Club, that have something every night. So they basically go there, Wayne's in Cedarburg, the big one. They've got them all over Milwaukee, every state's got them on weeknights. So they just kind of show up, and it's a show and shine. They do a little contest. They give you a free burger and stuff for your cars.
Okay.
So when they did this down at the street drags, I thought it was really cool because all the show cars would come in. They would have their show, and whoever sponsored it, and matter of fact, we got to give Ryan a great credit from Obam, who's going to be helping us sponsor the show and shine. He's going to be giving away product there.
Nice.
And we just talked with Mark from AutoZone this morning. He's going to be giving away some stuff. So what they'll do is we'll have somebody cover all that. I believe Anthony and the boys from AutoThirst will get involved too. So they will run the show and shine. So we'll have a separate area for all the show cars.
Okay.
So that means all spectators, and you got the pricing right there, on there. So all the spectators and all show cars, every Tuesday night is only going to be $5. To run the drags and everything all night long is going to be $10. We said unlimited runs. Now, obviously, you're going to have that one guy that's going to hot lap all night long. So we're not going to let you go. Yeah, that'd be you. That'd be you. So we want to make sure everybody gets in there. So we'll kind of put a limit a little bit on it. So if there were, because we want to make sure everybody gets a chance to go in there. So
for spectating, when you say $5, does that include kids too?
I think we're going to do kids 12 and under free.
Sweet.
Always.
I'll make a note of that.
Kids 12 and under are free. And of course, we always want to support our military and first responders, right?
Yes.
So I think you've got a military card. Jess and I will talk about those discounts as we go.
I'm all about that.
Yeah, I know you are. So, and we've got Safety requirements, lien waivers and stuff, of course. Like last year, Ryan and the guys, and I think you had Mason and Kyle. You didn't get everybody. I think even Red was doing it for a while, right?
Yep.
So we have to sign a lien waiver for who's in the car. We actually got it signed a little bit differently. So instead of having one passenger, you can put two passengers in the back seat this year.
You can.
Yep.
Okay.
Because
very
we're
cool.
yeah, you guys liked that a lot last
Yeah.
year. So is there? There will be a full beer and alcohol tent with food truck and all that stuff. So if you are racing or you intent on racing at all, there will be no alcohol involved. The racing.
Oh yes, good
Nothing
point.
like that. We're not going to have that. So if you plan at
Good
all
point.
attending our events and you want to have a couple drinks or something with your buddies, you will not be allowed to race, obviously.
Yes.
So if you plan on doing it, let's stay sober and keep it safe. And I think the biggest thing that we want to talk about is the bad PR that everybody's giving racetracks and street racing all over the place. That's
true.
the biggest thing, because we just had another incident that happened a few days ago on Chicago.
Okay.
First street racing, a couple kids got killed again.
Oh, I have not
So-
heard. That's terrible.
Yeah, so we've got, so that's the biggest thing where we're always trying to get involved with these kids and trying to get them off the streets and doing this. And I think that's one of the biggest things we're going to try to do. And we just promoted this, of course, at World of Wheels, where we're doing it and getting everybody involved. So I think, I mean, let's face it, times have changed. So these kids nowadays, you and I grew up in a certain area. You know, we're 80s kids, obviously, which you love. Right, and I mean, there was so much more to do for these kids, or for us when we were younger, because there was events were all over the place. And now I feel bad for my kids, and like Ryan, every time they go somewhere, they have a car meet or they meet up somewhere. It's, I don't know, what do they even call it?
We get busted right away. They show up and they tell us to leave. We can't do that.
Yeah, I mean,
Loitering?
Loitering. There we
Yeah.
go. Sorry, thank you very much for that. But they call. I mean, like you guys have, and everybody looks down on you guys because you have the cars. We grew up with Chevelles, Camaros, all the hot rods because they were our generation coming out. Well, you guys like the tuner cars. Like, Ryan's got a cool tattoo. I mean, it's actually a 6-speed of a transmission on his hand,
Volkswagen.
Yeah, because he likes, I call them what we got on, AKA crap boxes they're doing, whatever, because they're little tuner cars, little fart cans on the side of it, right? But
They
it's
earned
still,
the name.
What's that?
They earned the name.
They earn the name, right? Because they're just, they're little Honda Civics, Dodge Neons, whatever you guys have, but, they're cool as far as they're doing stuff. But I think these kids still need a place to gather and go.
I haven't heard Dodge Neon in like forever. That's funny.
Dodge Neon. Yeah. There was, come on, when the Dodge Neon came out,
I
remember
like that little car. Melanie had one.
Melanie had, I
Yeah.
could see Melanie rocking that sucker. I don't know why. I thought they were so funny when they first came out because they got the big old headlights that look like eyes.
Big
Yeah.
bug eyes.
Big bug eyes, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, what, a Dodge Neon? And I think a buddy of mine, when they first came out, didn't they make a sport version of this?
Yep, the SRT4.
There you go.
Listen to Ryan.
There you go.
He's a
So
neon expert.
a buddy
I've
of mine.
always wanted one.
I've always wanted. See?
Can't say
I
I
saw one for
See-
sale on Marketplace the other day. I was like, we should get that.
Well, you should maybe get one. So the best part about it is I remember a buddy of mine, I've always had my Chevelle. I've always had, cars. You were on the shop, so you know what we run. And I'll never forget a buddy of mine pulled in with a Dodge Neon. What is it, SRT?
Yep.
He had this thing, and it was a 5-speed too, right?
Yep.
5-speed. He pulls in this thing, and he thought it was the coolest thing ever. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, he goes, dude, look at that car. I'm like, what is that? And he's like, he thought it was like it's the coolest muscle car. I'm like, that is the gayest thing I've ever seen. Sorry, but
I think I like them.
I said, you should put little eyes on the front with a smiley face. I said,
Perfect.
but
With the
that
little
hap-
googly eyes.
Put the little googly eyes so it bounces up and down and stuff.
Yeah.
You should put little eyelashes on things or whatever. But I mean, anyways, to get part of that, these kids are racing and trying to have gatherings everywhere. No matter where they go, loitering is what
Yep.
you call it. They're getting it everywhere they go. So at Motor Mania, that's why we started Motor Mania at the beginning, is that everybody's always together as a group. Mm-hmm. And no matter what you have, whether Dad's got a 57 Chevy that he's had forever that passed down generations, and grandson or son, or whatever it is, or niece or nephew is with you, and they've got their Honda Civic or their Dodge Neon or whatever it is, or Subaru, whatever it is, they're allowed to hang out together at the same show. Mm-hmm. That's why we never broke up the groups of when you go on the show, it wasn't just old cars over here. Everybody can park next to each other. That was a cool part about it. So I think this drag race event that we're going to do and keep it only $10 for limited runs and everybody come out and hang out. They can see
That's a
their grandkids
deal.
around. They can race next to grandpa, or dad, or whatever it is. That's how cool it's going to be.
Exactly.
And it doesn't have to be a killer show car. You don't have to have a $100,000 race car either to do it.
No.
That's the best part about it. So we are encouraging people to show up at the shows. It's going to go all summer long. No, it's not going to be a one-year only thing because everybody wanted to know when we first started Motor Mania is going to last 1 year. Are they going to go through? It's not going to work. We're here to stay. No, nothing's ever going to go away.
Now, just to make everybody aware that we do say every other Tuesday night, but there are a couple Tuesdays in the calendar that the fairgrounds is booked. So I don't want everybody just to be like, yes, every other Tuesday, that's it. There are a couple
Good point.
that aren't going to take place because the fairground has prior engagements. So just be aware we will pull out a calendar, right?
Yeah, we're going to put a full calendar out. And we have these killer posters again by Sean Dickinson. Again, these great posters that we'll have out all over the place that we advertised. And you can look it up on our website too. And we actually have, I think, Ryan and I talked about, I think we have like 5 Friday nights too, don't we?
No.
So we'll be doing a couple Friday night runs too.
Oh, this is news to me.
Yeah, we did. Well, we just kind of got word of it. So, and you don't really pay attention right today. So it's like,
Well, you do talk a lot.
Well,
That he does.
yeah. The only thing you care about is when you walk out the door and grab a door prize. So.
Okay.
Anyway.
Because there's so much to choose from up in there.
Hey! You just take a hat and walk out the door, okay? But anyways, there's so we'll have some Friday nights, and everybody's asking on our Facebook pages and messaging us, is it just open garage all night long? So I think what we'll do is the more people that get involved, because I think this is going to take off fast, like everything else we do. I think what we're going to do is on some of the Friday nights, then we'll do a garage night.
That makes sense.
Which means that Ryan and I, and maybe we'll get Scotty K and Troy and everybody get together to talk about some brackets. So on our Friday nights, on Tuesday nights, I think we should just do open garage for the families and just have a lot of fun. But then on our Friday night events that we're going to have, I think we're going to have like 4 or 5 in a row in 1 month, I think it was. Yeah, so what we'll do is then we'll do our garage and we'll give away some prizes that
That's
night.
where people throw down.
That's where people throw down, and again,
Talk smack.
Talk smack and everything, and we love to see it. We love to see it. I mean, last year we had so much fun with Troy and Anthony Smith running. That video is great. I don't know how many views are on that thing already.
Heck, we had fun. I had fun when I ran with you. That was the highlight of my day.
Oh yeah, with driving Jay's car, wasn't I? Yeah, Jay Bozart, who is an awesome guy for the show. He's got the great race cars he's got, and of course he's got a Blue Ox monster truck.
Yep.
And we were going in and out, running all day long, and he asked me to drive his car right next to him.
Yes, that was fun.
And I was really shocked because
Gets your heart pumping.
Yeah, you were having a lot of fun in there. So and you ran a couple times, didn't you? Didn't you
Once or twice.
Didn't you go on track? I think you ran with Chad, didn't you?
Yep.
Or somebody ran with Chad. Yeah, Chad was having a lot of fun. He was
What
helping
did he
out
drive? What did he pull? What did he run?
Ford Mustang.
He's got a little Mustang. He's got a little Fox body.
Okay.
And he's got a. He was pretty excited about it. He was running. He was supposed to be helping out, and then every time I seen him hot lap, I'm like, dude, you've been racing for an hour. You're supposed to be
Yeah.
helping out with the show, And then all of our friends that are doing stuff. I think even Tony, and everybody else is like, he goes, this is why I can't help with the show. He goes, there's too much fun to be had here. I can't do it. So anybody who wants to, that's the other thing we should talk about too. Any volunteers that want to help out with the show or work the show this year, summer with us, let us know. Get us up on our emails and doing stuff, because we will be looking for people Tuesday nights, because we can only burn these guys out so long, right? It gets to be a long weekend, right? And a long week. So they go sun up to sundown with us. So food trucks, merch trailer, and we've also, we'll be selling all our merch in our new trailer that we got, of course. The cool Bigfoot trailer we got all the way, you went all the way down to Missouri for that, didn't you? From Bob Trent and Bigfoot. So I love that trailer.
It was a fun trip.
So, and the other thing we're going to talk about, Andy and the boys asked about vendor spots on Tuesday nights.
I know that you and I had talked about it. You said you were considering it.
So I think it's official. I think we're kind of discussing it now on the air, but I think what we should do is, I think vendor spots would be cool. I think if you want to do a vendor spot at our show, whether it's selling your arts and crafts and collectibles, or your sign cutouts, what Bill does at it. Bill Jackson Truck, right?
Yep.
The metal art.
Yep.
So,
Very
and
cool.
Andy, that's very cool stuff he's got. And Andy and the boys want to know if they could sell their toys and collectibles, Hot Wheels and all their die-cast. And I really think if we get there on a Friday night, one thing on Motor Mania is we always want to have a big swap meet, but obviously we always don't want to take away from our great shows that we have, like Jefferson and Iola, because those are swap meets. We're a motorsports show, but it'd be great to bring that back a little bit to an extent. So I think on Tuesday nights, we should open up, if you can get there early enough, you can have a little 10 by 10 spot, or we're not going to mark off 10 by 10.
I was going to say.
We don't do that stuff. Motor
No.
Mania is all about, like, AK, probably no rules, right? That's what our biggest thing is.
I'd be like, just go stake your claim like they did back in the day when they're claiming territory. I'm like, this is mine.
Yeah, I like it's Yellowstone. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, this is my land, get off. So, but we can, I think if you want to, I think we get a couple guys. We definitely want to bring a car corral on Tuesday night, so we can have an area where you just sell cars in that area.
Well, that'd be nice.
I think it'd be fun. I think a lot of guys could
My
bring their-
peepers will be open.
for cars.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because we can have some guys, obviously Anthony with Auto Thirst brought it up. And we could have other people that you just want to bring your cars to sell on Tuesday nights.
Yes.
We could have, that'd be a whole great thing to do on Tuesday nights, have a whole field of that stuff. And for that, we could have a swap meet area. So if you want to bring but you have to get there, and obviously no leaving parts, no leaving any garbage there. Otherwise, you won't be welcome back. So if you want to sell cars and parts, go ahead. That's fine.
Nice.
So, and then we're going to take the burnout area, and we're going to take that into our RC area, and possibly maybe even see about doing some Power Wheel races with the kids.
Okay.
So, yeah, I think it's going to be a great summer. I really do.
And I don't know if it was mentioned for spectating, there is going to be bleachers that people can sit on. Correct?
Yeah, we're gonna run the bleachers. We pretty much can have Kelly, who's her staff at Washington County Fairgrounds.
They're great.
Yeah, she's done an amazing job with that place, and they're always backing us up on no matter what we're gonna do. And for those that are listening, this year we will also, before Motor Mania starts, we will do again volunteer for the. Did we do a whole week?
I think so, yeah.
We did a whole week because you had Zyler and them over there too last year when you helped with the fairgrounds.
Yeah, I did all the landscapes.
So, you know, on Washington County Fairgrounds is our backyard. That's why we love doing this. And we, again, bring this to everybody from there. So it keeps the cost down. Everybody can come there with their families and you know, and do this stuff rather than being the crazy amounts at a racetrack. Which, again, I just want to really stress, we're not against racetracks by any means. But some people aren't just for that diehard racing every day. They need to have something for the kids to do. So, but if anybody else wants to hit us up, like last year after we made the post about volunteering at the fairgrounds. A lot of people want to know how they could help. So hit us up. Let us know if you can help out for that week. Anything you can do. We did mulch. We did, you know, you guys did some painting. We built some
tables and.
It's great to get the kids out of the house, away from the TV, off the computer, off of their phone, and get some fresh air. That's what I made my kids do. I was like,
and
get outside.
I know if Kelly's listening, she's got a list. She's always got a list at the fairgrounds because it's a beautiful fairgrounds. There's a lot to do over there. So
a lot to keep up on.
Yeah, weren't you even cutting grass over there? Yeah, you cut grass over on the zero turn. Yep. He was happy to get away from Kyle.
Right, he's running away from Kyle.
He's like, who wants to cut grass? And Ryan's like, I'm out of here.
3 miles an hour.
Took the chance when I got him.
Yeah, so that's awesome. But again, you know, it's all about bringing the stuff back. You know what you and I grew up with as a kid, and I remember going to so many events, and there was so many things to do. We mentioned Broadway Bob on here a lot. Yep. From Great Lakes Dragway, and when I was there was so many things to do. Ryan even said to me the other day, because he's obviously with me a lot when we go get cars and stuff. And I think we went through Milwaukee the other day, and you said, I wonder what it looked like back in the heyday, right?
Yep.
About how cool it was. And we were on like Capitol and Titonia. And he's like, I wonder what, because you go through the old Washington Heights area and all the cool houses down there. And I said it was so different back then because when we would get out of church or we'd go to a cruise on the way home, it seemed like the whole city of Milwaukee was lit up with Christmas, no matter where it was and like that. And that was so cool. We used to have great things. You know, Mitch used to be on 93 QFM back in the day, and they had a QFM cruise back in the day. So what they did is they would shut down Wisconsin Avenue. It was one of the coolest events of my childhood. Randy would take me down there, my older brother, and they would do a QFM cruise on Saturday night. Okay. And they would literally shut down the streets of all Wisconsin Avenue, and
times have changed there.
Yeah, thousands of cars would go down, starting out. I believe it was, probably by, I don't know, way up by the highway there, but it would go all the way through Wisconsin Avenue. You go all the way down to the lakefront. Oh. And it would be nonstop cars and people walking up and down the cars. I mean, the cops were so involved. The cops were doing burnouts on the stoplights. It was so great. I remember being there when I was about 10 years old, pouring bleach on cars, you know, on the tires and doing stuff like that. So it was a lot of fun.
That was a long time ago.
It was a long time ago.
A long time ago.
Yeah. Keep it up. Keep it up there, Grandma.
Dinosaurs are running around.
Dinosaurs are running. All right, you know, I was, backing you up for a little while, but now you can kind of get a spoon and eat my. Yeah, okay. Anyways, so let's support the kids. Let's support everybody. I mean, it's not only for the kids, but obviously we love racing too. So
the big kids, yes,
big kids,
yeah.
You never grow up.
Yeah, you think Jess will get her Camaro out there?
Oh, that'd be good. Definitely should.
That'd be good. Yeah. Everybody knows Jess.
There's a fine line between surviving and not surviving.
You can run the Camaro. It'll be fine. Ryan's gonna.
I'll run you in the BMW, or I'll just in the blue the wagon.
The wagon, yeah. There you go. Yeah, you can run in the Rambler. In the Rambler.
I'll run
so there we go. Well, so there you go, everybody. That's our big announcement.
I'm excited. I'm ready.
Ryan's going to be out there. You can look at Ryan and Kyle arguing all summer long. It'll be great.
Bound to happen.
Take selfies with them. It'll be great. And for those of you who don't know Kyle, just, if your kids are having a bad day, let's just turn it on to you've just been gallowed or let's straighten up your act. I'm going to knock the gallows out of you.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Books
Like,
out
damn
soon.
it, Kyle!
Yep. Kylo Ren. Yep, as Bruce calls him.
Kylo Ren.
Kylo Ren. Yep, that's what. Yeah, Kylo Ren. He's out there listening, so he's okay.
We love Kyle.
Yeah, Kyle.
Thanks for all you do, Kyle and
All right.
Ryan.
Well, I think we're out of time. We've got stuff to do.
Yeah.
Don't we got stuff to do? Mm-hmm. Okay. Are you getting your hairstyle today?
No, I'm going to go like this for the rest of my life.
All right. Well, yeah, it's not the worst.
I mean, that's what I do.
Ryan does it. It's not that
I'm
bad.
gorgeous.
And
You really
you
are.
are gorgeous.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do we do an auction for him? Remember a couple weeks ago we did an auction for me?
Yeah.
Do you want to auction off Ryan real quick to any ladies? Right
I'm
now?
not, I would love to, but I'm
Just
not
promote him. Just you can do it. Come on.
Oh, I will promote him this
Starting
weekend.
bid's
I
50
will-
cents.
50 cents.
Yep. Well, how would you promote Ryan? All right, we got.
Would
Spray
you
paint the
talk about?
world.
Yeah, we gotta wrap it up. We got stuff we gotta do.
I was trying to get him a profile pic on some chick's page.
We'll do that this weekend.
All right. Well, I think you've been a profile on Kyle's phone already, haven't you?
No, he's looked up my profile. He
Okay.
stalks
Big
my
difference.
profile.
He's a stalker. It's weird. So.
All right, everybody. See you guys on the track. Thanks for joining us.
All right. Well, you didn't even tell them where they could find us.
No, there's no time. They know where to find us.
All right. Well, I'm just shutting it off. I'm done. I'm out of here. Bye.
Okay, bye.
All right. See you.
I got Green. I got